what I wanted to talk about was, is the power of two people greater than one? And I've been a little like back and forth. It was something that I thought about today. And you wonder if it's like, is that a good way to like do things? But I think, especially in the black community, like the power of two is starting to become rare every day, because it's like everybody wants to be that number one, and for good reason. Like, but everybody's not designed to be number one, like they're not designed to be the main character, or be a good supporting character. Like, why is that a bad thing? Like, if I knew I can help somebody, I would do it with no hesitation. But it's like people are so egotistical and main character syndrome that it's like, no, it has to be me. And it's like, if that supporting situation can help you eventually get to a main, that's different, right? That's different. I mean, we should always strive, but I think a lot of people are really designed for that, versus like trying to strive and trying to be something that you don't really put in the effort to be. A lot of people aren't really obsessed with certain things that they say that they want. And it's just a matter of just seeing and showing, like, okay, what are you doing to show and prove that this is what you want to do, or at the highest level, or being like, what are you showing? And a lot of people can't show it. They can talk about it, as I just said before. They can talk about it, but what are you doing to show it? Because we live in a society where everything is based on action. Productivity is based on action. We're not trying to hear what you can do. We're not trying to hear for potential. We want to see the results. And after we see the results, then you can pop your stuff. But the results come first. Nothing else before that. Talking about it and not, that's cute and all, but if you talk about it and the job doesn't get done, then what? So, but to the original topic, is power of two greater than one? At this time, when you don't have a team, no. When you don't have people that want to align, no. Because there's people that are very selfish, and they might just want to collaborate just cause, for the sake of. But I think the power of two aligned people is definitely greater than one. But if you have the chance to do it by yourself, do it. I had to learn the hard lesson. Always trying to bring people around, and always trying to have people believe in something. People are only gonna believe what they want to believe at the end of the day. Does it suck that it's like that? Definitely, right? Because you want people that you're around. Like me, I have a very, I don't really like to work with other people that I don't know, right? Because it's there's learning curves, but sometimes you got to realize, when people are professionals, and when people are just like, when the relationship starts at a business level, you're going to get whatever work that you need done, because it starts at business. It starts and end at business. Everything that I just, as I get older, it's like everything doesn't require a personal relationship. And that's what I thought, like, early on, is like, man, I gotta be able to trust these folks, right? But you start to realize, like, once relationships get a little too personal, it gets very emotional, and then now it's like, now the logic starts to dilute. Now you're not doing things as a business person to get the job done. So that's why, in certain sense, business relationships that aren't personal might be more productive for you versus trying to get people that you can trust them, but just because you trust them, do they get the job done at an efficient rate? In most cases, I don't want to say no, but if you put it over people that are actual trained professionals, obviously not. But for a person like me, it's like I always wanted to build with those people. Yeah, you might not get a productive or efficient outcome the first few times, but if we build this up, we can eventually become one of the best. Just all built off trust. But everybody don't think the way that I think. Everybody thinks that everybody wants the hot pocket microwave rewards. And people don't want to put stuff in the oven. They don't want to bake it. They don't want to allow it to cook, allow the juices to simmer, and letting the plant blossom into just this beautiful flower. It's like we don't cherish that because it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of patience, and people like patience. So, but when you love what you do, you're always patient.